Chevrolet just broke 60 years of tradition, and nobody saw it coming. This right here is the car the internet swore would never exist, the Corvette SUV. And trust me, once you see what's under this body, you're going to understand why the entire automotive world is losing its mind right now. For decades, Corvette meant one thing and one thing only: a low-slung, two-door American sports car built to hug the ground and eat racetracks for breakfast. So when spy shots of a Corvette-badged SUV first leaked, everyone assumed it was fake, a rendering, some fan's fever dream. But here it is, sitting under showroom lights next to Lamborghinis and Bugattis, like it belongs there, because it absolutely does. Look at that front fascia. Those razor-thin LED headlights slice into the fenders like knives. There's a shark nose grille finished in gloss black honeycomb mesh that practically snarls at you. And dead center sits that unmistakable crossed flags emblem, red and gold, telling you this isn't some badge-engineered crossover wearing a costume. This is a Corvette through and through, just taller, wider, and somehow even more aggressive than the coupe that inspired it. Pop the hood line and you'll notice the power dome stretching down the center, a not-so-subtle hint at what's breathing underneath. Because this isn't a soft rotor built for grocery runs. This thing wears a Z06 badge on its flanks. And if you know anything about Corvette history, that name alone should send a chill down your spine. Because Z06 has never, ever been about comfort. It's been about brutal, track-bred performance. And Chevrolet just strapped that DNA onto a 5-door body that can actually fit your family. Walk around to the side and the proportions start to make sense. Short overhangs, a steeply raked windshield, a roofline that drops toward the rear like a fastback instead of ballooning up like a typical SUV. Carbon fiber rocker panels running the length of the doors, and wheels. My God. Those wheels, massive, multi-spoke black forged rims wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport 4S rubber, sized at a jaw-dropping 325 section in the rear, clamped down by red Corvette-branded brake calipers that peek through the spokes like this thing is ready to leave a start line at any second. And it doesn't stop there. Flip your attention underneath, and you'll find a full carbon fiber front splitter with aggressive dive planes slicing through the air, a proper diffuser-style undertray, and side skirts that aren't just for show. They're functionally managing airflow the same way you'd expect on a Ferrari or a McLaren, not a family hauler. Around back, quad exhaust tips punch through a blacked-out rear diffuser, staggered taillights wrap around in a signature light bar, and a subtle carbon roof spoiler adds just enough downforce to remind you this SUV was clearly benchmarked against sports cars, not soccer mom crossovers. But step inside, and this is where Chevrolet really flexes. The cabin is drenched in deep blue Alcantara and leather, diamond-quilted seats stitched with Corvette flag emblems on the headrests, a flat-bottom performance steering wheel wrapped in blue suede with real carbon fiber spokes and paddle shifters, dual digital gauge clusters glowing with Corvette-branded graphics, and carbon fiber trim running across the dash and center console like this is a race car that happens to have back seats. Because it does have back seats, and that's the entire point. Chevrolet essentially asked, what if you never had to choose between supercar performance and everyday practicality again, and then built the answer? Under that sculpted hood, word on the street points to a twin-turbo or supercharged V8, borrowed straight from the Corvette Z06 or E-Ray lineage, rumored to push well past 600 horsepower, sending this SUV from 0 to 60 in a time that would embarrass most sports sedans. And based on the footage you're seeing right now, this thing absolutely rips. Watch it launch on a wet racetrack, tires screaming, rear end stepping out just slightly before all-wheel grip claws it back in line. Watch it drift through an apex with a professional driver behind the wheel, smoke pouring off those rear Michelins. Watch it blast down a rain-soaked city street at night. Headlights slicing through neon reflections like something out of a cyberpunk fever dream. And then watch it sit, poised and gleaming, in the porte cochere of a 5-star hotel. Because this car is built to do it all. Track day in the morning, red carpet arrival by night. Critics said Chevrolet would never dilute the Corvette badge, that turning America's original sports car into an SUV would be sacrilege. But look at what's parked in that showroom, holding its own next to Lamborghinis, next to Bugattis, next to hypercars worth 10 times the price. And it doesn't look out of place. Not even a little. Because Chevrolet didn't build a soft SUV wearing a hard badge. They engineered a genuine performance machine that happens to have room for 5 all-weather capability and a trunk big enough for real life, without sacrificing a single ounce of the attitude that made Corvette a legend in the first place. So love it or hate it, one thing's undeniable. The Corvette SUV isn't just another crossover chasing a trend. It's a statement, a signal that the performance SUV wars just got a serious new contender. And if these early images and test footage are anything to go by, Porsche, Lamborghini, and Aston Martin should all be watching their mirrors very, very closely. Because America's sports car just found a brand new way to dominate the road. And honestly, it might be the boldest, most exciting thing Chevrolet has done in decades. Would you buy this? Comment below.